Sawadee Krap and welcome to another episode here for the Funky Pod, Mindful Media and Communication. And well, as you can see, today I woke up and I chose why to get cancelled because we're talking about Time's Person of the Year from a media point of view, media and communications point of view, because that's what we do. Time's Person of the Year. It's Taylor Swift. Hey, wait with the cancellation until I said what I wanted to say, and then you cancel me, okay? So Taylor Swift, Time's Person of the Year, right? And I mean, as you know, like Time magazine is like known for this very illustrious Person of the Year choice, right? It has that, I know, Zelensky was it once, and I forgot, Hitler was it once, Putin was it once, and now it's Taylor Swift. Like, I mean, in a year that features the likes of, I don't know, like the pandemic lingering effects still to some extent. We have the Ukraine war, we got the Israel-Palestine conflict, of course. We got economic downturns that probably make you and your wallet weep at the same time. But hey, who needs world peace when you've got Taylor, right? So isn't this like I don't know, this is like choosing a donut over a salad? Like, you know what's better, you know what you should be choosing, but it's just not as tasty, and that sugar rush is just better in the moment than maybe the healthy-ish salad choice, depending on the salad, of course. So hey, I promise I will also say something nice about Taylor Swift. So don't just cancel me yet. Listen to the end of the podcast, because that's good for the algorithm, and then you can cancel me, okay? So let me put on my geek glasses for a second and look at this whole thing through the lens of media studies, media theories, okay? Because as you know, that's what we do here. So first up, I'm going to start with a theory that we've been talking a lot about on this podcast, okay? It's the agenda setting theory. So Time magazine doesn't tell us to love Taylor Swift, but it definitely tells us to think about her, right? That's kind of like the agenda setting. It's not like they're not telling you explicitly like, hey, Taylor Swift is the most awesome person in the world, but by picking her as Person of the Year, they're going to put her even more into the limelight as she's been anyways, and like say like, hey, think about her, okay? It's like their way of saying, look, something shiny, something nice, something less depressing than all the war news and economic downturn news and politics news and so on. Okay, so that's the agenda of Time, is like to distract you, to make you look into this shiny thing in this case. And I don't mean to objectify Taylor Swift, so don't go down that road. I know some of you were already typing that. I'm just trying to compare that Time is using Taylor Swift as a distraction. We look at something nice, someone nice, rather than all the depressing news. Okay. Another theory that I think fits here while I was preparing that podcast, and yes, I prepare, is the cultural study theory. Okay. So why? Because Taylor Swift is not just a singer. Okay. She's like this walking, talking symbol of like 21st century issues. Gender politics, check. Yeah? Celebrity activism, check. Masterclass and rebranding, double check. So she checks all those boxes, okay? So she's awesome at doing what she does. See, I say something nice. But what she does is obviously very authentic. Planned. I mean, it's very planned. Authentic, okay? So she checks all the right boxes, surprisingly. Okay, it's smart. From a business point of view, it's super smart. Is it authentic? You decide. Another theory is the use and gratification theory. Okay, so if you look at like what satisfies you in the moment, what do you want? You want drama, you want heartbreak, you want And that's the one thing that I agree with. You want cats. You get it all from Taylor Swift, okay? Because, I mean, look at the Time magazine cover or the pictures with the cat, and it's fantastic. I have a cat tattoo here on my arm, right? So cats rule, Taylor. I agree with you. I had those cat backpacks first, though, before she had it. Just saying. But what I'm saying is you get it all, okay? So using gratification, you're longing for some drama, you're longing for some celebrity news, you're longing for some heartbreak, for some romance. You get it all from Taylor Swift. So it's not just the songs. It's like this. She's a whole universe. You don't need anyone / anything else. All you need is Taylor Swift for your gratification, okay? And again, that's super smart from a business point of view. Is it authentic? Ask Travis Kelce. But hey, we can also cut a little bit deeper when it comes to theories, okay? Like the framing theory, for example. So yeah, framing theory goes a little bit hand in hand with the agenda setting theory that we just had. So Time magazine frames our perception of the world to some extent, okay? So what they do is, by showing us Taylor Swift, right? It makes life more, like I said earlier, shinier, maybe even brighter, more melodically heart-wrenching, if you will. Okay, so they take the frame, they're like, hey, look at the world through Taylor Swift in this case, okay? Everything is Taylor Swift themed in this regard because, well, that's their person of the year, that's the main story, and so on. Okay, so that's how they try to frame the world view, so to speak, okay? One of my favorites that I found that fits while I was preparing is called symbolic interactionism. I think we haven't talked much about that yet on a podcast, so I'm going to slow down a little bit, okay? So you don't just look at Taylor Swift as Taylor Swift. You look at Taylor Swift as what she represents, okay? Because, like I said earlier, she's more than just a singer. She's like this cultural beacon, like a symbol of changing norms and values, and it's all packaged in this glittery pop persona. Okay, because I mean, she changed her style, she changed her perception, she changed the way she talks, the way she writes music, businesses, she changed everything. And again, I'm not hating on it. That's a very smart thing to do. And of course, you have to change. You cannot always be the same person, of course, right? So, but lots of the changes are very symbolic. That's why I mentioned symbolic interactionism here. Okay, so she represents more than just herself. That's what I'm trying to say. Again, I'm not saying it's a bad thing, so don't get me wrong. I'm just trying to explain what she's doing and how smart she is about it. So hey, it's actually something nice I'm saying. If you haven't canceled me yet, good, because see, I'm saying nice things too. One theory that I also think that most might not look into is actually an obvious one. I think it's so in media business we talk about media ecology, okay, media ecology theory. So Taylor Swift in the media landscape isn't just another story. It changes, what she does changes the whole ecosystem. Okay, she's like this. Don't switch off when I say that because I explained it. She's like this invasive species, but the kind you can't help but love. So she goes in on something and everyone follows. Okay, so she loves cats and carries her cats around everywhere. Now everyone's like, yeah, I'm gonna do the same. Ooh, let's buy cat backpack and let's go. I did it first. She I don't know, whatever. She changes her hair color, hairstyle, whatever. Everyone follows. She's dating a football player. Everyone wants to follow. But I'm exaggerating, but you see what I'm saying, right? So she changes ecosystem. She's a whole ecosystem. So if she goes somewhere, she does something, millions of people follow. Again, not hating on it, okay? It's great, obviously. And she made it work. She built it. So that's good for her. I'm just showing what's happening, not hating just yet. The last one before I then move into an even more positive spin on things is, look at me being positive, is the two-step flow theory. Okay, maybe Time Magazine. There's a spider on my microphone. I hope she is alive. Two-step flow theory, okay? Maybe Time Magazine is banking on like an influencer like Taylor Swift in this case to cascade their message through society, right? It's not just media to audience, it's media to influencer, Taylor Swift to audience. So while probably Time magazine has a certain amount of readers, obviously, right? Taylor Swift probably has more followers, fans, and so on, right? So now Time uses Taylor Swift to reach a different audience and to also, make Time a thing amongst maybe the younger audience that follows Taylor Swift, but not necessarily Time magazine for their investigative journal, for whatever they are doing, okay? So that's smart, very smart. Also, then maybe Time can send some messages that usually this audience wouldn't allow to reach them via Taylor Swift. So it reaches them now, for example. Now, get ready for me being nice in a second. Yeah, so the counter argument to many things I just said, okay? Gonna try and play devil's advocate for just a moment. Okay? So entertain me. If you look at the world right now, the world's burning from all the ends, right? If we all know the world's flat, so all the ends, even if it's not flat, it still has like lots of burning points, right? So the world is burning from all different kinds of ends, okay? So is Miss America? What did they call her? Not America, Americana, right? Isn't this? I think so. Apologies for my missing knowledge of the Taylor Swift vocabulary. Miss Americana, right? So is she really the hero we need, or is she the distraction that we are settling for? Because what I said earlier, Time is trying to distract us with something shiny, Taylor. Maybe, and if that's happening, yeah, but maybe we want something to distract us. Because we are seeing all those bad news everywhere all the time. So in order to not go crazy, maybe we're actually embracing that. We are embracing Taylor Swift being everywhere so we can look at something nice for once and are not, getting depressed from Ukraine, Gaza, Israel, economy, conspiracy theories, Klaus Schwab, you name it, right? So, maybe that's also a reason why this works. And just imagine Time magazine would have chosen like a frontline worker, peace negotiator, someone who invented renewable energy that would solve all the world's problems, or like that guy. Oh, I forgot his name. I'm very sorry. The guy who's very famous on IG now, the photographer from the Gaza Strip, right? But no, we got the lady who brought us Shake It Off. And there's a reason, right? And distraction being one of the main reasons, of course. Now, the question is, does it now mean that global issues take a backseat to pop culture because we're all in on Taylor and we're not talking about wars and so on? Or, and now I'm being nice, benefits of the doubt, maybe Time magazine just wanted to give us a break from all the doom and gloom by saying, hey, we understand there's so much shit, now I'm getting demonetized, going on out there, but hey, let's look at something nice for just a second. What do you think? Does Time do it because they want to be nice to us? Or did they just think pop culture sells better and that's why they did it? To quote the epic rap battles of history, check it out on YouTube, you decide. I'm going to try to understand Time's perspective for a second, okay? So let's try to circle back for a moment. Like, why did they do what they're doing? So I'm going to try to add to their rationale now with a little bit of like media economics, okay? Because it's not just about the audience's like appetite for celebrity glitz and glamour. It's about economics of attention, right? Great buzzword when it comes to economy, money, and so on, media business. So Taylor Swift sells. And in the end, magazines are in the business of selling stories and themselves. So while it would be nice to see the photographer dude, whose name I can never pronounce, I'm sorry, but you know who I mean, on the cover, Of course, you go for Taylor Swift because she just sells way more. That's sad. That's the sad truth. And yeah, magazines need to make money. So does Time. There's also another theory that I thought fits here. We got the normative theory of media. So maybe perhaps Time is also playing its role in shaping those societal norms, like choosing someone who embodies like certain ideals or aspirations. Whether these are the right ideals, that's up for debate, right? But you pick someone that has like the status of like a role model, an idol, and so on, that many people hold in high regard, and that's why they pick that person. Whether or not, again, if that's the right, I hate it, but I would do like air quotes if I wouldn't hate it that much. So that's up for debate, of course. So and to wrap things up and to not hate too much on Taylor, and if you haven't canceled me yet, hey, nice. So Time's choice, I think, of Taylor Swift as a person of the year is pretty complex. It's like this complex cocktail of like as you just saw, like media theories, societal reflections, and even like a bit of this good old fashioned. My language today terrible. Maybe I should switch to German for this podcast. So we have media theories, societal reflections, and good old fashioned business sense. Can I say that? Yes, I can say that. Okay. Media theory, business theories. Okay, time to wrap up the podcast. So let me know what you think. Like, is Taylor Swift's selection as like the person of the year, is it like a masterstroke of like media savviness? Is it a missed opportunity to highlight someone more deserving or highlight a more pressing issues? Let me know in the comments at funkitpod on social media, funkitpod@gmail.com, or just leave your thoughts right here on the podcast, of course. Leave a review if you can, if you will, if you haven't canceled me yet. A positive review would be nice. A positive review would be nice. And if you haven't canceled me yet, I appreciate it. Take care, stay safe, and we talk soon. Sadi Kap.